I've reviewed a lot of CD players and transports over the last few years. This could be the unicorn of the bunch. In this video, I'll be going over the design and performance of the SMSL VMV T2 CD transport, and by the end of the video, you should know whether this is going on your Christmas list this year. Greetings, I'm Mike and I'd like to welcome you to Audio Arkitekts. If you like the idea of achieving the perfect sound for you, I'm totally with you because I am also on that journey. It's kind of why I started this channel. It's the hunt for the perfect sound for me that's the goal, and you can come along with me and we can figure it out together. Go ahead and do your best strike on the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a thing. Let's address the elephant in the room. This CD transport is a little over $1,000.
Expensive upgrades.
So if that offends you or if that's not in your budget, I have a ton of other videos on players and transports that are more affordable that you should definitely watch. I'll link a couple of them in the description below. In all seriousness, I actually sought this one out. I saw a picture of it online somewhere and I just had to have it. Just look at it. Checked off all the boxes for me. It's a top-loading player. It's a medium form factor, so it's not going to take up much space at all. It works for me. Now, the unboxing wasn't as ceremonious as I could have hoped for because this wasn't a brand new unit. However, it was put together well enough to where I was able to enjoy it. On this player are absolutely remarkable. I love how the design also spills over to the remote. It's clear that SMSL put real time and intention into creating a unified visual experience. I'm very relieved I don't have to add another one of those cheap generic remotes to the collection. You know the one I'm talking about. It's the usual suspect in most cheaper offerings. The bronze accents on the front fascia add just the right contrast to the matte black metal alloy body, giving it a modern high-end appeal. The glass on the front was also an unexpected element. I couldn't be more pleased with the finished product because the more I look at it, the more I'm convinced this could have been something I personally would have come up with because my personal style aligns perfectly with the execution of this design, which is very rare. As you could probably tell, design matters to me just as much as performance. When you're spending your hard-earned money, you want to feel like the product you're bringing into your space was crafted with care, passion, and purpose. This product, the T2, delivers that in spades. I don't need MQA CD capabilities. At this price point, give me SACD over MQA, and this would have been the most talked about transport of the year. If SMSL does a Mark II version of this someday, heed that advice and thank me later. To be honest, I just don't see the value in MQA CDs, especially not enough to make it a headline feature. It feels like a niche within a niche, and dedicating a significant portion of the marketing to it seems like a misstep. I'd love to be wrong and see MQA CD take off, but right now, the mainstream interest just is not there. There's a very small catalog of MQA CDs and they aren't cheap. It's a solution in search of a problem. For most listeners, MQA-CD adds a layer of complexity without offering a noticeable benefit. Now, if we just forget about the MQA-CD part, this transport is actually filled with good features. Sorry, I didn't think I was going to go that passionate over MQA, but Precision Access Servo System, or PASS for short, is the SMSL VMV T2's weapon in the fight against jitter and playback instability. This finely tuned servo mechanism ensures CDs are read with exceptional speed and accuracy, effectively minimizing read errors caused by disk imperfections or mechanical vibrations. Unlike standard transport systems that can struggle with older or imperfect disks, PASS is engineered to maintain signal integrity from start to finish. Another standout feature is SMSL's custom vibration damping technology, which helps isolate the transport from external and internal disturbances, which results in playback that's consistently smooth, stable, and faithful to the source. Now, here's an interesting feature. It includes an external clock input, which is basically a way to sync the CD transport with a high-precision external timing device. This matters because better timing equals more accurate sound, especially for digital audio. What's cool here is that it automatically adjusts to either 50 ohm or 75 ohm connections. No need to mess with settings or adapters. And if you got other gear that could benefit from precise timing, the T2 even has a 75 ohm clock output so it can share its timing signal with other components in your setup. It's a small detail with a big impact for people looking for that specific feature. Now, SMSL didn't cut corners when it comes to power delivery. Inside, it's equipped with dual toroidal transformers, which are high-quality, low-noise power sources. This design is preferred because it provides clean, consistent power with minimal electromagnetic interference, which is good for reducing background noise and distortion. Pair that with multiple sets of linear power supplies and you get even more precision. Unlike switching power supplies that can introduce high frequency noise, linear power supplies offer smoother and more stable voltage output, which is critical for audio playback. By isolating power delivery across different parts of the system, like the transport, digital circuits, and display, SMSL guarantees that each section gets pure, uninterrupted power, which improves overall performance and longevity. On the back of the unit, you'll find a few digital outputs: coaxial, optical, dual AES EBU, and I2S. AES and I2S aren't ordinary outputs in products of this category, so I'm pleased to see these made it to the party. You also have a USB-C input and Bluetooth, which turns this into a digital-to-digital converter, allowing you to connect your phone or other device to this and transport your music onto an external DAC. This is good because consolidation, right? I would have liked to have seen a USB output, but I'm not going to hold it too hard against them since they did include some outputs not normally seen in this neighborhood. You don't need the top lid on top as long as you have the smaller magnetic puck on top of the CD. This is cool because you can see all the action. That's kind of the whole thing with these top loaders. It's fun to watch the disc spin. I'll be honest, if it wasn't a top loader, I don't think it'd be as cool, and I wouldn't be as excited. CD transports and music streamers are very difficult to evaluate when it comes to sound quality because the differences are going to be very subtle from one unit to another. Most of the heavy lifting here is by the DAC. Sometimes they do differ, particularly if there's something wrong with the device, but for the most part, if you're pulling your opinion from devices that are so similar in price and quality, I don't feel like you're going to get this spiritual experience that you may get from a nice pair of speakers or an amazing amplifier. I will always reiterate that the sound quality on units like these have the technology to really transport what's there is dependent on the mastering of whatever you're playing. Because the more revealing the system, the more it'll reveal bad recordings. However, we must make sure that this unit was built with its best foot forward. So I tested it with several different CDs, CDRs, to see how it performs overall and if there's anything that stands out or catches me off guard. This device runs like a dream, quiet, smooth, and precise with no issues to report. It just works and works well. Sonically, it's incredibly clean and accurate like most CD transports. Its impact is subtle on its own, but when I paired it with the Musician Pegasus 2 DAC, Everything just came together. The sound was rich, warm, and detailed, never harsh or fatiguing, and the imaging was spot on. It's the kind of combo that draws you in and keeps your ass in that sweet spot seat for hours on end without realizing how much time has passed. These two components don't just complement each other, they elevate one another. And considering they sit at a similar price point, it feels like a match made in hi-fi heaven. After testing so many devices over the years, it's rare to come across even one unicorn, let alone, two at the same time? But the T2 and the Pegasus 2 together create something really special, something that makes the music feel more alive, more engaging, and more worth your time. I'm happy to say I've probably found the CD transport that's going to stay in my system for the foreseeable future. Even though I get to try out a lot of gear because of what I do, at the end of the day, I'm still a consumer at heart, just looking for the perfect setup, just like anyone else. And this one really hit the mark for me. I'd absolutely recommend the SMSL VMV T2 to anyone serious about getting more out of their CDs. It's built like a tank, looks fantastic, and when paired with something like the Musician Pegasus 2, it just delivers sound that's smooth, detailed, and just an enjoyable experience. If you're investing in your audio future, this is a piece that won't disappoint. Thank you all for joining me and making it to the end. I do want to share with you, I have a t-shirt shop online where I have a ton of audio related, hi-fi inspired t-shirts. Please visit that. It's an excellent way to, support the channel and support my efforts. I also have a Patreon where you can go, or I have a Ko-fi where you can buy me a coffee for my efforts. It's all appreciated. It's just ways to support the channel and ways to keep the cogs moving and the gears turning. If you enjoyed the video, I humbly ask that you subscribe to the channel and give the like button your finishing move.
You gotta be kidding me! How did he do it? Did he get it?
Don't forget to ring the bell so you get notified every time a new video is born. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Have a great day.